BBRC for kids.
The brave Othniel, God's hero. Judges 3, 7-11.
A long, long time ago, in the land of Israel, the people had a big problem.
What was the problem?
The Israelites had forgotten all the amazing things God had done for them.
Instead of worshiping him, they started following pretend gods made of wood and stone. Can you believe that?
God was not happy. He loved his people, but they needed to learn to listen and obey. So, God allowed a powerful king named Cushan-Rishathaim time to rule over them.
Tell me more about this king.
He was the king of Aram, and he was very mean. He made the Israelites suffer for 8 whole years.
The people were sad, tired, and afraid. So, they finally cried out to God, saying, "Please help us."
Did God help them?
Yes!
God heard them, as he always does.
What exactly did God did to help the Israelites?
God chose a hero to save the day. His name was Othniel. He was brave and a strong man. Even better, he loved God.
God gave Othniel his spirit, filling him with courage and wisdom.
With God's spirit on Othniel, he didn't waste any time. He gathered an army and marched out to battle against King Cushan-Rishathaim. It was a big fight. But with God's help, Othniel won.
Everyone cheered. Hooray for Othniel. Hooray for God.
But wait. Why did the Othniel won the battle?
God gave him his spirit.
Because of Othniel's bravery and obedience to God, the land of Israel had peace for 40 years.
That's a long time. Almost your grandparents' age.
Even when we make mistakes, God still loves us and wants to help us. All we have to do is to call out to him.
And just like Othniel, we can be brave and trust God to help us do amazing things.
Let's see another man who the Spirit of God turned to a hero.
A fearful farmer turned hero. Judges chapter 6 verse 1-40.
A long time ago, in the land of Israel, the people were in big trouble. Again.
What was the trouble?
They had forgotten God again and started worshipping fake gods like Baal.
Because of this, God let a group of bullies called the Midianites take over their land.
How did the Midianites do this?
The Midianites were sneaky and mean. Every time the Israelites planted crops, and at the time of harvest, the Midianites would swoop in on camels and harvest all the food forkfully and smash everything else.
The Israelites were so scared they hid in caves. Finally, the people cried out, "God, help us."
And guess what? God had a plan. He was about to choose the most unexpected hero. A guy named Gideon.
However, he was very fearful and timid. Let's meet Gideon, the hidden hero.
Gideon wasn't a warrior. He wasn't strong. In fact, when we meet him, he's hiding inside a wine press, secretly trying to get wheat to make some bread.
Suddenly, boom! An angel appeared and said, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior."
Gideon was like, Me? I'm not a mighty warrior. I'm the smallest guy from the weakest family.
But the angel said, "God chose you. You are going to save Israel."
Gideon was still unsure. "Okay," he said. "But can I have a sign?"
So he ran off, made a meal, and brought it to the angel. The angel touched it with his staff and poof! Fire came out of the rock and burned it up.
Then the angel disappeared. Yikes. Gideon said, "That was really an angel."
First assignment.
Yes! What was it?
Tearing down the fake gods.
That night, God gave Gideon his first assignment. Go. Tear down the altar of Baal.
That was a dangerous assignment. And Gideon was scared. But he obeyed. At night when no one could see him, he smashed the altar and built a new one for the true God.
The next morning, people were furious at what was done to Baal.
Who did this horrible thing? The people query. Soon it was found out that Gideon did it.
The people furiously ran to kill Gideon for this awful act. But Gideon's dad stood up and said, "If Baal is really God, let him fight for himself."
You can imagine the relief on Gideon.
Soon, the Midianites came back, this time with a huge army. But God told Gideon, "It's time to fight." And the Spirit of the Lord came on Gideon, and he readied thousands of men to fight.
But Gideon was still nervous. Did he win the war? Watch out for the next video. The most unexpected war ever.